believe me if I told you that nobody was actually hexing you, but that you were actually hexing yourself? Greetings, beautiful being. Welcome back to my channel, Rising with Rachel. I am Rachel, and together we rise and talking about all things cosmic and consciousness. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. If you're feeling like you want to share a little extra love, maybe leave a comment down below, as it does help our silly little human earthly algorithm. As much as I don't want to be a part of that, I do want to be a part of spreading the messages that are so deeply needed to be planted as a little seed in the consciousness of the human collective during this revolutionary time in human history, as we are on the forefront of the greatest spiritual revolution of mankind, as we are all waking up to our own individual powers, how the earth is supposed to be, and anchoring in these light codes, these new awarenesses and wisdoms that we are implementing into Earth's crystalline grid system, that through our individual work we can help Earth embody the beautiful self-dimensional planet rooted in love, expansion, and freedom that she was always meant to be. And it starts with you and me and our awareness. So let's get into it. Today I want to talk to you about a little bit of a spookier subject, and that is the topic of getting hexed, which will translate as you feeling energetically and spiritually up. Now, here's the thing about hexing. Yes, it is real. People can put pennies covered in blood in a bag, or make a voodoo doll, out of you. There are a million ways to put a curse on somebody, right? But here's the thing. Most people are able to hex others because the people that they are hexing have no idea of their true spiritual power or their energetic nature and how they are in control of their own energy field. So when somebody is not aware of this, their energy field is actually weaker, right? Because there's a difference between being on autopilot and having full control of the plane. When you are in full control of the plane, you know what's going on. You know what buttons are pressed, what is happening in order to make that plane operate. But when you are on autopilot, you really have no idea, because you got your feet kicked up, you're looking out the windows, enjoying the view, you're doing your own thing, doing anything besides paying attention to what is controlling the plane. And the same thing goes for energy. Now, while I do think, yes, you can also do things to combat somebody's hexing, depending on what the hex was, there is a million, again, other ways that you can then reverse the hex. But to be honest, I really came here to talk about in this video how none of it matters, including the hex itself. It does not matter what the person does, what ancestors of theirs that they are using to hex you, what specific methods they are using, what spells they're saying, how many times they're putting you in a freezer. In the same way, it does not matter what ways you are combating that hex, because what is true is that nobody is able to have an effect on your energy field unless you let them, unless you are on autopilot and have no idea what is going on in your energy field, how to control your energy field, how to make sure that you are standing strong in your own energy and that your energy field is bionic, essentially, that it's bulletproof, that it is protected, that it is safe, it is pure, it is all of the things that it needs to be, so that no matter how hard somebody tries to hex you, it does not matter, because it will not work. In fact, probably their hexing will bounce right back at them because your energy field is so strong. Think about it as literally a protective shield over you. If you have this bionic shield that is always around you, if somebody tried to throw a baseball at you, right, the ball would bounce off the shield and launch right back at the person that sent it to you. That's how you have to envision your energy field. That's how strong you have to be in your own energy, how sovereign you have to be over your own field, so that whatever somebody tries to do to you, you won't even have to think about it anymore. You won't even know people are trying to hex you, because it will not be affecting you. It will actually only be affecting the person that's trying to hex you, because like I just said, your hexing is going to fall short. Intention is what the universe pays attention to most in this world, and if somebody is trying to hex you, their intention being based in a lower vibrational, malicious energy, that energy is going to be the reason that they get served their own karma for trying to hex you. Again, what goes on behind those curtains is also none of your business. Is also the reason that this person is hexing you is none of your business. Even if you did something to this person, hexing is a very serious thing. I don't fool around with witchcraft in those senses, spells and all that stuff. I think when you're truly in tune with spirituality and you know that these things are simply just vehicles and still also can be very far removed from the truth of spirit and spirituality in general, you'll know that they don't have as much power as you think that they do, because you know the truth. You know that you are the one in protection. You are the one in control of your own energy field. You are the one that gets to decide what energy is allowed in your field, let alone what energies you are going to engage with, play with, give attention, because attention is your energetic currency, right? Where attention goes, energy flows. So if you are giving attention to the fact that somebody might have hexed you, things are going wrong in your life, so someone must have put a spell on you, even if someone straight up told you that they've hexed you, the goal is to pay no mind to it, because when you don't pay mind to it, you take away its energy, you take away its power. Anything that you put your attention on, anything especially that you are believing into, you are energetically paying into, like believing the fact that a hex has influence in your life, is putting it on a pedestal that is saying essentially, I am out of control of this energy. This energy is in my life and I don't know what to do with it because it is more powerful than me. If you didn't think that, you wouldn't actually believe in the hex. If you knew in your core, if you understood, as I like to say, that you were more powerful than a hex that might be placed on your life, then you wouldn't be sitting here watching this video trying to learn how to unhex yourself. But I'm here to tell you that the only reason a hex has power in your life is because that you believe it does. Beliefs are what shape our reality. What we perceive is what we receive. So if you are perceiving that somebody somewhere in the world has the ability to energetically send you some sort of evil, lower vibrational energy that is going to make sure that things in your life go bad, that you don't get all the successes that you're supposed to, that are blocking you from love, then that's exactly what is going to happen. But if you truly believe that it does not matter what people send your way, that you know you are protected, you know who your ancestors are that are always guiding you and blocking things from entering your field that are negative, if you know what your purpose is, if you know that you are strong, that you are sovereign in your energy field, then you know that these things cannot phase you. And it honestly will probably be like a linear process. From my own experience, what I've realized is that it kind of feels like this one spiritual meme that I used to see about what it looks like to work your back way into oneness. This little guy right here, where the process looks something like this. You start out feeling like, for example, in this hex situation, you could have been hexed, right? Then all of a sudden it's this energy that somebody sent in your life that you don't know what to do with, but you feel it through your emotions, through your thoughts. You're thinking lower vibrational thoughts, you're feeling lower vibrational feelings. Things are not going right in your life, and you're realizing it's a connection to the hex. Then you're going to try to do things to reverse the hex. You're going to try to sage your house, sage your body, do yoga, meditate, listen to sound bowls, do whatever to try to clear yourself of this energy. But then you realize, next step here, you are the one that's in control of your own energy. You are the one that's in control of your field. So if there is an energy that is able to leak into your field, you are the one responsible for that gaping hole in your aura. Which, for more about auras, what they are, what they mean, how to tell what messages it's trying to relate to you through its colors, go ahead and check out these videos. I'll link them here as well as down below in the description. But you are the one that's responsible for those holes in your aura. And this is where you start connecting all the dots. When you realize that you are responsible for the holes where that energy was allowed to leak into your field, you start to actually really understand. Like I said, there's a difference between understanding and understanding. When it becomes a literal knowing within your DNA and your molecular structure, when something goes from knowledge to turning into wisdom, when you understand that you are in control of your energy field, then you realize, oh, nothing that happens to me is happening because of something outside of me. Everything that is happening to me is because of something that I am doing. And when you believe in a hex and you are paying attention to the things that are going wrong in your life, again, where attention goes, energy flows, you are adding more fuel to the fire. You are saying to this hex, to these bad things going on in your life, oh yeah, I'm sad, I'm frustrated, I'm mad, I don't know what to do. This is out of my control. I am victim of circumstance, instead of realizing that you are the creator the entire time. I recently had a family member of mine ask me how to remove bad energy and what ways she can cleanse herself. And I told her, you know, of course you can do visualizations in your shower, and you can light some incense and sage your house and do all the things that we think of typically when we think of energy clearing, right? And again, while those things are tools, the strongest tool that we have is our own self-awareness, is our consciousness. So while I did tell her all of these different routes, I made sure to emphasize to her that, listen, you can do all of these things to make yourself feel better, to make your ego feel better, right? When you remember that you are the powerful one here, that nobody can send you a hex by giving you an evil eye, you will no longer feel that negative energy, because you essentially just have to dust it off. Like, look at my little crystal broom here, okay? Whenever I visualize shaking energy off of me that is not mine, I literally go like this and I just envision, you know, brushing off all of my chakras, my body, anything essentially in my energy field that is no longer mine. You don't need a broom, although I do encourage it because it's a fun little toy and I'm a Libra moon and love pretty things. You can do this with your hands. You can do it with a feather. You can do it in the shower and imagine the water is washing off energy that no longer serves you. While this can absolutely assist you, the biggest, most important revolutionary tool is that of your consciousness, is remembering that you are in control of your energy fields, that what you say goes. And I definitely was picking up in real time that my family member was like, okay, sure, I just think myself out of the hex, woohoo. I understand how ridiculous it sounds, especially when somebody is putting real physical work into a hex. Like, I one time saw someone actually receive a hex, and it was literally a Ziploc bag with like a doll head that had one hair attached to it, a penny with some sort of red. I'm telling you, it had to be blood. I don't know what it was, but it looked like blood. So I'm going to go with that because it was a hex, and the devil tarot card in it. It was the craziest thing ever. So I understand that you thinking you can just be in your mind palace and think your way out of something like that might seem a little woo-woo crazy. But if you're watching this video, you already are open-minded to the woo-woo crazy, because how is somebody putting a hex on you, girl? All I'm saying is, if you're giving enough power to the fact that somebody can send you energy and be controlling your life from one of their own thoughts, or putting a penny with potentially some blood in a Ziploc bag, then you should be pretty open-minded to the fact that you can reverse whatever it is they're spelling with your own mind, or whatever ways that you find you might want to physically combat their hex, like saging your house. Yeah, I come forward with this message to you today because I've realized through my own experiences, and I have disempowered myself by believing that anything was possible outside of what I allow. And yes, obviously, what people do is outside of your control. You cannot allow, permit whatever is going on, whatever other people do. But we've heard this quote before: you can't control what happens to you, but you can control how you respond. And when you respond with self-awareness, when you respond with conscious intention, when you respond with essentially even not responding, right? Because that's the place you want to work to, is being so in your own lane, so sovereign in your own energy that you don't even think about people potentially hexing you or sending you bad energy, because you know that bounces off your auric field and back onto them. But I don't want anyone to disempower themselves anymore. I don't want you to hex yourself because you believe in somebody else's hex. Don't believe in it. Like I said earlier, our beliefs literally create our entire reality. In fact, for a little more information on beliefs and how they shift your reality, check out this video that I have here called Everything is a Reflection of You. Once again, I'll tag it and put it down below in the description, but it's really great and goes into this a little bit deeper. But I don't want you to disempower yourself anymore. I want you to reclaim your power. I want you to stay in your own lane so much and focus on your own healing and cultivating that strength of your own energy, cultivating your own power, and realizing how strong you are and how much awareness really does shift everything for you, so that no matter what is sent your way, it does not affect you. So again, start with baby steps, right? If you feel like somebody hexed you, you can't just go straight into believing that you can think your way out of it and that it's not real. If you still feel like you believe it to some degree, like it's shifting your emotions in some way that makes you feel uncomfortable, do the cleansing, do the saging, do the meditations, do the visualizations, whatever it is you need to do in the meantime, but be working internally to get to the place where you know that it does not matter what you do, what the other person does, that they are not capable of controlling your life, because you are the one that is in control of your energy field, of your entire reality, that you are the sovereign being. Thank you guys so much for listening to this message. I feel like it was really needed, as I've been paying attention to what's going on around me and the conversations happening, and people receiving the evil eye or hex, or feeling like somebody has sent them bad energy, has definitely been a relevant theme in people I've known lately and conversations that I've just been hearing around. And this is something that I wanted to talk about because it hurts me to think that people don't process the fact that they really are creators of their reality and that nothing can affect them, that they don't let affect them. Because I have done the work internally to get to this place where I don't even think twice if somebody is sending me bad energy. If someone does the most is give me a small attitude with a bad intention, I know that it is just going back to them, to the point I don't even think about it. I'm just light as a feather. And I want everyone to feel this way because it is peaceful, it is blissful, it is miraculous, and most importantly, it is fundamental for my mental health. So thank you again for being here with me. I see you, soldier, for being on the front lines with me of the spiritual revolution. It's an honor to be here with you, because as you help yourself, as you do this inner work to expand your awareness and liberate yourself, you are also helping the collective. So thank you once again for doing this work with me. It's an honor to be here with you as we walk each other home. Thank you for holding my hand. I see you, I honor you, I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.